My nephew is currently attending a state secondary school in the UK. And unlike the US, the UK is not a secular country. We have no constitution forbidding state endorsement of any particular religion, and Christianity is deeply intertwined within government and other institutions. In particular, state schools can be faith schools, Church of England, Roman Catholic, Islamic, etc. But even non-religious state schools can have a religious element. I was educated in state schools between 1967 and 1980. In all that time, I can't remember my schools ever being secular. Morning assemblies were religious assemblies, not just Christmas plays or Easter bunnies. Bow your head to pray every single day. And these weren't religious schools? Like hell. By the time I got to secondary school, my views on religion had become more coherent. I don't believe in God. Why not? Of course God exists. Why? Because teacher said so. And so on. God exists because someone told me God exists. My secondary school just got worse and worse. They invited the Gideons in to speak to us. No consultation with the parents. They just assumed it as their right. I recall staring down at the little black Bible I was handed and saying, "What am I supposed to do with this?" Oddly, our school had assembly exemptions for certain groups. Jehovah's Witnesses, 1. Muslims, 1. Remember, this is the 70s, a not very diverse Britain. But no exemption for atheists. Eventually I started performing little acts of rebellion, refusing to bow my head to pray, staring ahead, daring a teacher to call me out. But they never did. Although my teachers were not uniformly religious, not at all. As you'd expect, those teaching science had little truck with religion. They preferred not to rock the boat, though. Eventually, I started to be more vocal, repeatedly voicing my desire not to be involved in these religious ceremonies, asking to be exempt. Denied. Repeatedly denied. Right to the end of my school years. Even when I was legally an adult, I was still forced to attend. So, having no children of my own, I've been watching my nephew's school career closely. And there have been some improvements, but I think for the wrong reasons. No one cared about forcing a religion on atheists, who form about 39% of the population in the UK. Instead, the change has come about to accommodate a tiny minority of theists from other religions. Still, does that mean that non-religious state schools in the UK have truly become non-religious? Not at all. Pupils at state schools are obliged to engage in a daily, quotes, collective act of worship unless explicitly withdrawn by their parents. However, since this is clearly impracticable given the UK's multicultural makeup, this stipulation is widely ignored. But there are still no firm sanctions against teachers or teaching assistants proselytizing their beliefs on pupils. One such case happened with my nephew while he was still in primary school. One day, unsanctioned by school or parent, a Catholic teaching assistant decided that she was going to lead the class in prayers. She clearly thought it was her right, her entitlement. I was angry, but ultimately it was my sister's call, and she let it go. I've gone in guns blazing.